Good morning. We're here to make a chocolate chai tea latte. This seems to be the newest drink at Starbucks these days. Theirs is loaded with a lot of sugar, and who knows what the ingredients are in there. I guess we could look at the box. I did one time, and it did have a lot of good things in it, but it was just a little too high in sugar for me. So, and they also make it with just conventional milk. You can ask for organic soy, but I try to stay away from soy as much as possible. So I'm going to show you today how to make one with coconut milk. I went to the store and I bought full fat coconut milk. I know some of my clients, they kind of freak out when I'm showing them, let's use coconut oil, let's use coconut milk. And they say to me, do you know how much saturated fat is in that? We don't need to be afraid of the good fats. Coconut is a good fat. There are bad fats out there. Those are the ones to be afraid of. Coconut, don't be afraid of it. So we're going to put it in our pan. And this really doesn't take any time at all to make. We're going to kind of heat that up a little bit. And then we're going to start adding in just all of the ingredients that we want. We're going to add in cocoa powder. That's what makes it chocolate, right? So we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. This one is organic. It's a baking cocoa. Cocoa is so good for us in so many ways. It's just loaded with nutrients, but you want to make sure that you get a good quality cocoa powder for this. It's better for your health all the way around. We're going to add in some turmeric. Now this is perfect after you've had a day skiing and you're a little sore, your joints are kind of inflamed. This is perfect for reducing that inflammation. And I promise you won't taste it. I really don't care for the smell of it, to be honest with you, but when I bake it in things, it's all good. All right, and then we're going to add maca powder. This is a cool thing. It's brand new to me anyway, not to a lot of people, especially the Incan people. It's great see right here on the package, it says contains fiber, potassium, iron, and trace minerals. And oddly enough, maybe not oddly enough, but it was kind of for me. You find it in the superfood or in the places where they sell feminine products for libido issues. So women, you might be interested in that for those reasons. So I've got this on medium, and we're just going to stir it in here. Gosh, this smells wonderful. So here we go. We're just going to get this not boiling. We don't want to boil this. We just want to keep it nice and warm. Okay, so we've got our chocolate, we've got our maca powder, we've got our turmeric. We're going to add a little bit of sweetener. I've got my cup here for later. And for sweetener, I just like to use honey. Use something that's as close to nature as possible. Like honey, I use this all the time. I like the raw honey. The heated honey has lost a lot of its nutrients in there just from the heat process. So I don't really want to do that. And I'm not going to heat this up a whole lot. It's going to lose a little bit, but it'll be fine. And then of course we said this was chai, right? So we need to add a little bit of chai. So I have 3 different brands here that I wanted to show you that I like to use. It doesn't matter what you use. These are the ones that I had in my cupboard right over here. And I have a Yogi Chai Rooibos tea. Just make sure that it's organic, because anytime you have a pesticide plant and they're going to dry it down, that's concentrated. So you don't want those pesticides in your foods. And then here is an organic stash, chai black and green tea. And the Tazo. Tazo does have some organic teas, which is really cool. I wish they would sell those at Starbucks, but the places I have found them is like Whole Foods or Natural Grocers. We might have them at some of the mainstream grocery stores. Just kind of take a look and see. And I like to use 2 tea bags because this is really 2 servings in here. So let's just pull out 2 tea bags. And it's okay if you mix brands. Not really much rules around here for that. All right, so let's do that one, and then we'll pull this one out. And we just want to simmer this. We want to steep our tea and infuse our flavors in here with the cocoa powder and the maca and the turmeric. And we've got the honey going on. So this is going to take a few minutes. So we're going to be right back. And at that point, after our tea has all been steeped, look at that. Okay, after it's all been nice and steeped, and we've got those chai flavors going through there with cinnamon and cardamom and ginger, and oh my goodness, this place is going to smell just amazing. Then we're going to pop it in our Vitamix. You don't have to have a Vitamix. This one I just happen to have here. Regular blender where it works fine, and that just makes it nice and frothy. So we will be right back in a sec. Okay, and we're back. We've just been simmering this. You don't want to bring it to a boil. You just want to simmer, which is just little tiny little bubbles. I used to have a chef in Fort Worth, and she'd say tiny little bubbles. So I always think of Chef Heather when I simmer every single time, every single time. So anyway, this is a beautiful, rich, cocoa-y color, and it smells amazing. So we're just going to take these tea bags out. They've just been simmering in here. Pop them over here into the sink. All right. Oh my gosh, this looks so beautiful. And we're going to pop it over here in our Vitamix. Yes, this is warm, so if you have something smaller, you might do it in 2 batches. Or just go ahead and do it on, run your blender really on a low setting. So I'm going to pour this in here. And when you're pouring it in, pour away from you. So when it splashes, it's not going to splash right on you. A spout would be nice on this, huh? There we go. Okay, and then really the only reason I'm doing this is to make it frothy. If you want to skip this step, be my guest. Okay, so for those of you who have Vitamixes, you probably know you should always start out on number 1 and on variable. That way it just doesn't explode on you. If you didn't know that, well, then you have a tip. So always start out on low and then work up. We're just trying to get some air in here so we can get it nice and thick. I'm going to turn my stove off. Okay, that's all. We just want it nice and frothy. That's all. Woo, look at the steam. Then we're going to pour it. Get that beautiful rich color. Okay, well this might be 1 serving today. That's okay. My cup's extra big. All right. And there you have it. We've got our chocolate chai tea latte. Try saying that fast. I can't, obviously. So there you go. Ah, that is so good. So I hope you try this recipe. I'll have it down below on my blog, and hope you like it. And be sure to comment and see if you made any adjustments. You know what else would be good in here? Cayenne pepper. Almost makes it kind of Mexican. Maybe a cayenne and cinnamon. Try that. So thank you for listening to me today, and have a great day. Bye-bye.